OCO. It's Shaman, Raven, Red Tail, Hawk, Jaguar. And I'm just coming to you because I had like some thoughts and revelations on my mind that I just wanted to brainstorm and share. Okay, I had the sage burning, you know, clearing the negative energy. This is what I do to relax. When I gotta clear my head from the bullshit of life and reflect on, solutions, and then reflect on the joy of life also. So I'm gonna just share some tips, some shaman tips to embrace your inner shaman, things you can do to relax, release bullshit in your life. Get some sage, cedar mix, clear the energy of your atmosphere, cleanse it of negativity, and then get you some sweet grass. All right, the sweet grass balances it and it welcomes positive energy. Okay, so get that working, balance. Get your sacred pipe out. Whatever you put in your sacred pipe to help you get through. I like to do a mixture, okay? The mixture of, I'll do American Spirit, raw tobacco, no additive, okay? Sometimes I'll do Damiana. All right, that one has special purposes too, when you want to connect with that divine feminine energy with that divine masculine energy, those two coming together and becoming one type thing for that Damiana. And then the mugwort and the mullein is like a sacred mix for relaxation, to get rid of anxiety. I also have just some of my crystals, my stones, sacred rocks, okay? I got the music in the background. I got my hawk meditation music in the background. I got some incense in the background. I love sandalwood. Sandalwood, it heightens your spiritual and psychic abilities. So sandalwood is a good one to have, okay? I use the black copal to clear negativity. I use white sage. I use dragon's blood to repel negativity. If somebody tried to send some negative energy my way, I will have some dragon's blood flowing. The smoke of the atmosphere, getting rid of that shit. I will also have frankincense and myrrh. I usually like that with the sandalwood, like if I'm, doing ancestral reverence, pouring libations, that's, pouring water into the plants, into the earth, reverencing your ancestors, the ones that's for your good only. You only want to flow with the ones that's for your good only, because if they have your good in mind, you will have a more balanced energy. Now, there is a time, like with all the shit going on, when you might want to call on your ancestors that bring the fucking pain. With all of this bullshit that's going on with the killings of our Aboriginal indigenous men, because that's the correct name for us. Aboriginal indigenous beings, humans. We have that hue, that melanin that's so hated in the earth because we are the original beings. They call us gods and goddesses in amnesia because we are awakening from the dream of, when we fell from greatness. We are amongst, the people, but we are awakening within our spiritual sense. We are awakening to our divinity. We are going within, doing meditation, dreams, trance-like states, and getting to face the darkness. And the darkness, the blackness, is the place where you deal with your wounds. Okay, it is your spiritual wound. You go in there, you deal with your wounds, your hurts, your pain, your anger, your rage, and you deal with that shit. You face it in that smoky black obsidian mirror, and it's black like this black obsidian mirror, this arrowhead, and you look at the man or the woman in the mirror and you face it, you acknowledge it, and then the darkness is a place of healing. It is a place of answers. It's the portal, the gateway to answers, awakening, higher consciousness, embracing your divine self. Okay? Because we are the visible image of God, Goddess, what we call divine great spirit. Okay? We are the visible image of it. And so we signed up to come down here and go to this school called Life on Earth and experience things, go to different levels of consciousness. It really kicked up like in 2012 when the ancient XI Olmec calendar, because that's the correct name, they misnomered the Mayan calendar, but it's really the XI Olmec calendar, the Mayan calendar. When you look at, if you just Google that, those big colossal heads, the ancient XI Olmec, they are the foundation, the root, the core, the origin of what we know as the Mayan Aztec spirituality, the Aboriginal indigenous spirituality in the Americas, the Amarus. So when you deal with that, they were a sacred indigo, what you may call blue-black, or they were copper-colored, cinnamon, or tawny. There's many pictures of them in all of those shades. And they were the great melanated beings, were the place in Mexico, the Tamoancan, Teotihuacan, that place, the city of the gods, that's talking about us. Melanated beings, that's talking about us. Our ancestors, our great ancient ancestors, they're called the ancient ones, okay? So when we talk about the Americas, that's North, South, and Central America, okay? Just knowing who we are awakening to that. So in 2012, it kicked up with the consciousness, okay? They were trying to say, oh, it's going to be the end of the world, blah, blah, blah. No, this is the end of that consciousness that we were in. And it really wasn't consciousness. It was, we were asleep. We were asleep. We were sleepwalking in a haze, in a daze, under their fucking spell, you know, as we so-called fell. So now we are the gods, goddesses, awakening to amnesia. Somebody just walked past my window, so I just had to look for a minute. We are awakening from our amnesia like sleep. Okay? We are awakening, okay? Turn my music down. I'll be right back. My baby just walked in. Oh, see y'all. I'm back. I had to get my baby squared away. She just got off work, so. Alright, I got the sacred pipe here. And I was telling y'all about what I do to relax. Some different shaman tips to embrace your inner shaman. Different tips to help you deal with stress and bullshit in life. And help you to get centered, go within, meditate, and then awaken to your divine self, your God, goddess self, okay? So I got in there a little mugwort and raw tobacco, no additive. Okay, I got my sacred pipe, and this is what it is. I got the mugwort, I got some Damiana and some mullein, okay? And I got the tobacco raw, okay? No additives. I got my sage cedar mix, the sweet grass, okay? My sacred stones and crystals to help the energy in here be balanced so I can get my mind right, okay? These are medicinal herbs to help you with anxiety, stress, things of that nature, okay? So, I know you hear that hawk medicine music in the background. That helps me too. All right, get you some meditative music to help you enter into that meditation state, that zone, so you can deal with your shit, the shit that's going on around you in your environment, in your community. Deal with it. Get some healing from within, because you have the power to heal self. Okay, you are the visible image of divine great spirit. That's divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy. So you have that within you to heal self. Okay, so you do that, you go within, so you can do that within the darkness, because when you close your eyes and you meditate, you dream, you enter the darkness. And the darkness is the spiritual womb. It's a good place. Darkness, blackness, and this aspect is good. It is great. We have been taught bullshit in life and been indoctrinated to believe darkness, black is, evil or ugly. No, it is beautiful. The ancients viewed it as the sacred black. Even when you do research on their depiction of what goddess looked like, their first gods and goddesses were the sacred black. Like I have that black raven crow in the background, then I got the black Hindu Buddha, and then I got Ma'at and Bast. They are black. They are black, the sacred black, okay? That indigo. That's the root word for indigenous, indigo. When the invaders came over, They wrote in their journals that the Aboriginal indigenous people were indigo, copper-colored, cinnamon, and tawny. Okay? So, understand, understand, and overstand. You are descendants of the original beings. We are. Okay? So, let that comfort you. That's why they fight us so hard. Because they don't want us to remember. They don't want us to awaken. They want us to reflect on those lies that they have taught us in their schools, in their community, on TV, on the radio. They want us to reflect on that bullshit. But the truth is within. We are of greatness. Our ancestors, our great ancestors, the ancient ones, they taught the world how to be civilized and build empires and science and math and, defending yourself, having armies and warriors, the jaguar warriors, the eagle warriors. We the originators of that shit. Our ancestors are, and we are their descendants, which now we are their ascendants because we're ascending to higher consciousness. We are awakening to our divine hood, our divine state. Okay? So, with all this stuff that's going on, we gotta, get our minds right. Think of ways to get our minds right so we won't lose it. Because it's a time to fight. It's a time to fight. It's a time to, retreat and get your peace back, your inner peace. Then it's time to, handle that again. It's a time for everything. It's divine timing. And you will know because within you will see, you will get that nudge, those thoughts that I need to do this, I need to speak on this, or I need to act, or I need to defend myself. Those type of things. All of it comes from within. And that's what I'm trying to focus on. Within. Going within. Going within. Okay? I'm getting comfortable. Going within. Because the answers are within. Okay? This inside, that is what they call your third eye. That's your first eye. Your spiritual eye. Okay? It is, they call it Brahma's cave. Okay, you're entering the dark cave. Like when you close your eyes, you see darkness, you see blackness. It represents the great mystery, the unknown. And you're entering it so that you can know. It's the place of answers. So this is the throne room, the great seat of divine great spirit. Okay? Even the esoteric version of the Bible talks about Jacob. The place where he saw God face to face was called Peniel. And they do that type of shit. It's hidden in plain sight. And the initiates and the higher ups, they know about the esoteric, which is the hidden meanings of the Bible. They just taught us the exoteric, the outer illusional type part of the Bible. To take it literally and think that it's all these fictional characters, blah, blah, blah. But it's all allegorical, okay? Even in the Bible, the chosen people, which is really the original people, is us, the melanated beings, okay? We're the original people. And there are many tribes of us. So understand when they're talking about the Jews, the Hebrews, They're really talking about the original people, the Aborigines. I tried to put those words together. The Aborigines, the Aboriginal people, the Indigenous people, which are what we know today as black people, brown people, melanated people in the Americas. That's North, Central, and South America. So that's, so-called black people, so-called Latino people, so-called Indian people. We are descendants of the ancient ones, the melanated beings. And we hold the key, that melanin, that spiritual life force within us. They searched that out. That's why they stealing organs and shit, blood. When women go to the hospital and they have a baby, they stealing your placenta. They stealing uteruses and ovaries, because the melanated beings, we have the key, the genetic key. We got the DNA, we have the sequence in our blood. But they don't tell you this shit because they don't want you to know who you really are. They want to suppress you because that's in their nature. That's in the enemy's nature. They are the true savages. They are the invaders. They have stolen our land. They have, did paper genocide on us. They changed our identity on paper so many times. So when you hear about the Indians, the Native Americans, melanated people, our ancestors were here when they came, okay? When the invaders came, they said that the people were melanated, copper colored, tawny, cinnamon, indigo. We were already here. And then the slave trade from Africa, yes, part of that did happen, but not all those bullshit stories that they tell us. Only a small percentage of Africans were transported over here, and it wasn't on those boats like they was just like on Amistad and all that, just cramped up and shitting and peeing and all that shit. No. We all were mixed together on the plantations. It was the Americans, which is what we know as the Indians, which is black people, brown people today, and the African people. But understand this, that we are the original beings. So at the root of every melanated civilization or group, ethnic group, they came from a so-called black person, which is a melanated person, a person of color. Their first being was a person of color. Okay? So just knowing that piece of information knows that our ancestors are the root, the foundation of this. The earth is ours. We just had different thrones. Like Egypt was one of our thrones. The Americas was one of our thrones. Like you have over in India, Asia, you have the IX, you have the Dravidian Dalit people. Those real dark, indigo, copper color Indian people in India. That's us. At the root of every melanated species. That's us. So, understand who you are. You are divine. That is within you, okay? You are divine. You have spiritual power within. You have the power within you to accomplish anything that you set your mind to do. It is within, because Great Spirit, divine Great Spirit, which you may say God is within you. You don't gotta go to church. You don't gotta join a religion. You don't gotta do none of that shit, because it's within you. You have your great ancient one ancestors' blood and DNA within you. You have greatness within you. Like I said, I'm going to keep saying, you are the visible image of God, Goddess, which is Great Spirit. Great Spirit is the breath of life. When you breathe in, like that air, think about it. Air, wind, breath is everywhere simultaneously. That is a picture of divine Great Spirit. It is. It's everywhere. And I flow in Aboriginal Indigenous spirituality, where we recognize God, Goddess, which is Great Spirit, because there's balance. Masculine and feminine energy together as one. That's balance, that's whole. We recognize the presence of Great Spirit living in all things. Therefore, we don't say, oh, your religion is fucked up, you don't know the truth, blah, blah, blah. We the only ones that got the truth. We, condemning this group of people, condemning that group of people. We just say that divine Great Spirit is in all things, and you must have balance. That's the sacred universal law. The sacred universal law is balance. Love and balance. You gotta have balance, because it's you gonna love, but it's a time to represent, kick some ass, and it's a time to be loving and peaceful. But understand, our people had great empires. They had great armies, and they were for defense. Self-defense. They didn't go out trying to conquer people and invade them and take over their shit. No, we just had our shit set up. Ironclad. We had our shit set up. And we was like, if anybody try to come in, we have self-defense set in place to handle that. So we are a balanced people. Our ancestors were balanced. They understood it was a time for peace and it was a time for war. But it was only because we had to defend ourselves. So y'all know, just from my videos, my posts, I represent Aboriginal Indigenous spirituality. Yes, Indian, Cherokee, Choctaw, Caddo, Cheyenne. That's what runs through my veins. And I represent Akbulan, which is known as Africa today, because this earth, we are indigenous, aboriginal to this earth. Our ancestors were. They were called the Ancient Ones, and we are their descendants. Now the ascendants, because we are ascending to higher consciousness. We are waking up. We know who we are. We are the divine beings. We are the heirs to the throne of the earth. We are the heirs to the throne of the earth, because it is ours. It is our land. But we was a sharing type people. We were sharing with invaders and shit, and they had little scams, bringing their little Bibles and shit, trying to, tell us to believe in Jesus and all this shit, and then taking our land and leaving us with the Bibles and shit. No. Now it's the time to wake up from that bullshit, that sleep, that spell that you was under, and realize, even in that book, because that book, the Bible, is comprised of lies and some truth, because it's a compilation of ancient texts mixed with they bullshit. Like they want us to be slaves and obey masters and shit. Nah. Remember, we, especially melanated beings, we are the descendants. of the ancient ones that ruled the earth. They are the original beings. We are their descendants. We are divine. Remember, divine great spirit is within all things. It's within you. So go within. Get in touch with your divine self. Reach out to your ancestors instead of those ones that they tell you about in the Bible and all them other ones. That's somebody else's made up ancestors because they use the name of made up shit. But like I said, it's mixed with lies and truth. It's up to you to seek truth for yourself. Decipher through the bullshit. Go within. Get answers. And flow in your divinity. Overcome your obstacles. Heal self. And go forward. Love, protect your family, defend your family, and teach our babies who they are. We are divine. We are descendants of the great ancient ones, the AbOriGinal and IndiGenous kings and queens, chiefs. All right? So I just want to end on that note and say Wado, which is thank you in Cherokee. I want to say namaste. I recognize the God, Goddess in you. You recognize it in me. And Ashe. We have the power to change things and make things happen. Life. Peace.